Good evening, I'm Faye Barker. This is ITV News London. A relative of the family who died in a house fire in Bexley Heath has said it is an absolute tragedy. 2 young children and 2 women died last night after their property became engulfed in flames. Firefighters are now investigating what happened. Antoine Allen reports from the scene.
4 dead and a family devastated. The burnt remains of this house in Bexley Heath are now the scene of an investigation after an 18-month-old baby girl, a 4-year-old boy and their mother and grandmother all tragically died last night in a house fire. The Sri Lankan family recently moved into their new home. Today, family members fought back their tears as the true impact of the fire overwhelmed them.
It is an absolute tragedy. You can't prepare for these kind of things. It's just one of those, you never expect this thing to happen in your family or relatives to anybody.
A cousin of the family says last night, whilst at work, the father of the children received a call from his wife saying the house was on fire.
He got a call from his wife at about 8:30. Then after the phone was cut off, he just rushed back and he tried to get in. The police was and everyone was there at the time.
From 8:30 p.m. last night, fire crews fought the blaze, ensuring the fire did not spread to nearby houses. Today, the London Fire Brigade's task is to find out what started the fire.
Due to the severity of the incident, we actually mobilised 6 appliances from the surrounding area. Those 6 appliances arrived very, very quickly, dealt with the scene as quickly as possible and carried out the rescues. We currently have specialist investigating officers from our fire investigation teams on scene. We're working closely with the Metropolitan Police Service and local specialist investigators to try and understand the causation of this incident. So again, on behalf of the London Fire Brigade, our sincere condolences to the family.
The neighbours I spoke to said that they heard screams last night and even their children saw the flames that engulfed the house behind me. Today, the London Fire Brigade are investigating the cause of that fire. What we do know is 2 children and 2 women have lost their lives, which has left this small community in Bexley Heath in shock. When you heard that 2 young children and 2 women lost their lives, how did it make you feel?
I feel shocked and helpless, As a mom, I know, how sad, yeah.
I still feel very emotional about it. Having grandchildren and children myself, it's horrendous. Absolutely heartbroken.
Despite being new to the area, this community has come together to pay their respects to this young family. Antoine Allen, ITV News.
A murder investigation is underway tonight after a teenage boy was stabbed to death in Croydon. Police were called to London Road, close to West Croydon at railway station last night to reports of a fight involving a number of people. 20 minutes later, a 14-year-old boy attended hospital with stab wounds. He died a short time later. A senior Metropolitan Police officer has admitted the force didn't do enough to initially investigate the deaths of the 4 gay men who were killed by serial killer Stephen Port. Today, at the inquests into their death, Deputy Assistant Commissioner Stuart Cundy apologised to the families of the victims. He said he was deeply sorry that officers didn't do their jobs to the standard they deserved. Ronke Phillips has more.
He's one of the highest-ranking officers in the Metropolitan Police. But today, Deputy Assistant Commissioner Stuart Cundy found himself embarking, telling an inquest jury that certain aspects of the investigation into the victims of Stephen Port were not just concerning, they were wrong. 25-year-old Jack Taylor was the last victim to be murdered by Port, who'd already killed 3 other young men embarking after meeting them online and then drugging them with the date rape drug GHB. Mr. Cundy apologised to the victims' families as he admitted there were a number of missed opportunities to arrest Port. He said, "I can't imagine putting myself in your shoes. I'm deeply sorry, personally and on behalf of the MPS, that we didn't conduct the initial investigations to the standard you expected and the standard you deserved." Mr. Cundy continued that it was a matter of personal disappointment that things had not been done the way they should have been. and he admitted that professional standards had not been met. The inquest has already heard evidence that police ignored this written intelligence from family members and friends, and that the Metropolitan Police Murder Squad turned down requests from borough officers to take over the investigations. 2 of the victims' bodies have been found in a churchyard. Gabriel Cavari was discovered a month before Daniel Whitworth in the same location just a few metres away. His stepmother has told the inquest she thought the police investigation was shoddy and didn't make sense. Mr Cundy highlighted 5 issues raised over the men's deaths, which included a lack of engagement with the LGBTQ community. He told the inquest jury that things are quite different now. Ronke Phillips, ITV News.
Now, Winter Wonderland has returned to Hyde Park after being cancelled last year due to the pandemic. Things have had to change, though. Customers have been asked to book and pay for some tickets to keep the numbers low. For many, it's a welcome return to some festive fun, but not everyone is feeling the Christmas spirit, as Helen Keenan reports.
For many, it starts off the festive season of celebrations. A visit to Winter Wonderland in Hyde Park. Home to the UK's largest outdoor ice rink, the Magical Ice Kingdom, along with the traditional market stalls, and for some, their first trip to see Santa.
Did you like Father Christmas?
Yes, I like Father Christmas.
Yay!
You going to have for Christmas? Dollhouse.
Oh, are you excited to see Father Christmas?
Yeah.
But this year, for the first time, you'll have to pay an entry fee and book a ticket online. And customers are airing their frustration on social media, with some tweeting that it's already overpriced and others saying it's a kick in the teeth. Peak time prices are up to £7.50, but if more than £20 is spent on prepaid rides and attractions, then the entry price is included. In terms of free entry, there are only some time slots available midweek, not at the weekends.
So that'd be quite difficult for families to get to if they're in work. At weekends is kind of when you take your children along lots of times, aren't they? So
it is, but like I said before, if they were to spend £20 on any of the attractions, then their entry is still free.
You think £20 is fair for families to spend?
Yes, because this is a treat day. It's not something that people do every day. It's certainly so much here to offer for so many different things. There's something here for everyone, and I would think you'd be hard pushed to not want to spend £20 on something here.
Organisers say the price time slots are for COVID safety, to stop everyone arriving at the same time. And those we spoke to on opening day said they're willing to pay the fee.
I haven't got a problem with that. No, everything's got to be paid for at the end of the day, or someone's got to pay for it. So, why not charge an entry fee?
As with everything, you do have to sort of regulate the amount of people going, especially during COVID.
Do you think it's expensive?
Yeah, a bit. What I feel is that they should give some sort of unlimited ride, something like just in some amount people should be given access to unlimited rides.
Around 3.5 million people visited Winter Wonderland in 2019. Closed last year due to the pandemic, this year they're reducing capacity and are expecting demand to be high. Some nights have already sold out. With 36 days left until Christmas, this might put you in the festive spirit early. Helen Keenan, ITV News.
Well, London's New Year fireworks will be replaced with a new event at Trafalgar Square this year. The fireworks display has been scrapped because of ongoing uncertainty around COVID. Instead, Trafalgar Square will be the setting for the celebrations, including live music and food stalls, but you will need to get tickets for the event. Right, let's check on the weekend weather now. Here's Chris.
Feels like home, whatever the weather. Valent Boilers and Heat Pumps sponsors ITV London Weekend Weather.
Hello there. Very good evening to you. Across the capital through today there's been quite a lot of cloud cover, and at times where the cloud has been thick enough there's also been some light rain and drizzle. But for the weekend it stays mostly dry on Saturday, but by Sunday a change in the feel of the weather, something much more autumnal, a colder feel, but at least it will turn a little bit brighter for all of us too. And this is the culprit, this cold front sliding southwards as we go through the weekend, ushering in the cold air from the north, from the Arctic actually, and you can just see it pushing away the yellows and the oranges, and that that cold air stays with us even into the start of next week too. So through this evening and overnight, there's a lot of cloud cover out there, but with the cloud cover and the light winds, it means that our temperatures won't fall too far, holding up around 10 to 11 degrees Celsius. That means we start Saturday morning, yes, on a mild note. We still have the cloud cover with us through tomorrow, a largely grey and overcast day to come, and there still could be some light rain and drizzle just creeping its way into the likes of St Albans by the afternoon, but top temperatures tomorrow in the range of 10 to 12 degrees Celsius, that's 54 Fahrenheit. Turning colder though through Sunday with some heavy showers, a little bit of sunshine at times, and it stays cold into next week. Good night.
Valent sponsors ITV London weekend weather.
That is it from us for now. We're back tomorrow evening at 6:15. Until then, enjoy the start of your weekend. Good night.